This story is based in Raipur, the capital of the vibrant state of Chhattisgarh in India, where heritage and innovations are etched in a collage of growth and vitality. This is also a story of an extraordinary achiever, but a very simple man. He's almost like you or me.
Get up early, go to the gym, come back, read the newspapers, sit down with the family jointly for breakfast, which is mainly fruits, and get ready for office. I am back by around 8 o'clock, then spend time together.
This is also an illustration of local efforts groomed by global technology.
He did work very hard, I would say.
The high point is that Mr. Baheti is attached to few core values such as commitments.
My parents have all along said that hard work and integrity have to be there all the time, be whatever be the circumstances. And that has been followed, and I think that to some extent has paid me in keeping my head high and for successes which I claim that I have done. A lot of these values which I have got from my parents have been passed on to a large extent to my children. Whenever, wherever they do, whatever they do, they can hold their head high and not be swayed by easy money, easy working. So hard work will always pay off for them, I suppose.
His bank of values also have features such as everyday innovation.
I enjoy working with tools and this trying to create things out of scrap and mending things. I don't let off things easily when they go bad. See that how they can be back put into operation.
Entwined in the set of core values is the critical element, interaction. Mr. Navneet Baheti has been our partner for 22 years. He is one of our most dependable dealers. His practice of building his team is as basic and yet as complex as his core nature.
Raipur does not have a lot of talent pool of directly qualified people, but they have people who are dedicated and want to learn and want to work sincerely. So our job has been basically to find people who are not necessarily trained, but who are trainable and willing to work hard and continue. Basically our system is that do what is right, don't try to hide things, that's basic thing we can inculcate, and always say what is right even to the customer. So we don't have to hide things with the customer or with me. It's always like that, be transparent. What we tell them is to be transparent with the customer, with me and with their own selves. Till now with the kind of people that I have been able to mostly interact on them on a one-to-one basis. So they feel that they are directly enhancing their skills on a day-to-day basis. A lot of our boys who were earlier working much lower in the rank have moved up to much senior positions and doing very senior work in the field. So that's the kind of motivation. I believe that just money doesn't necessarily mean rewards to people. Getting satisfaction of recognition and importance, which is also as important to them.
Whenever Atlas Copco entrusts him with picking new footsteps, Mr. Baheti adopts to drawing the shortest, straightforward line.
Most of the schemes which Atlas Copco has for me as an franchisee and for my staff is openly discussed. So as a result of this, there is focus automatically on those new product lines, on those products, and whenever those monies and special schemes come, those are very openly awarded to each one of them. So each one gets a fair share of that incentive.
He's always focused. Whenever customers think of any solutions, they think of him and Atlas Copco.
Competition will always be there and it increases as the market concentration increases. But keeping our relationship with the customers is the most important thing. Response to customers, service to customers is some of the things that I think matter the most, and those are not negotiable. Be it with myself, be it for my staff, those are the basic ground rules. And I think as long as I can keep up these values and systems, they cannot break into it.
हम मिस्टर भाटी जी का रिलेशन फर्स्ट क्लास है हमारे साथ में, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है हमको, उनकी सर्विस पार्ट से भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उनका इक्विपमेंट अच्छा है ही आपका एटलस कॉपको का, तो सर्विस पार्ट से कोई प्रॉब्लम कभी नहीं आई उनके यहाँ से. ही इज़ अ वेरी सिंपल मैन, सॉफ्ट स्पोकन.
एटलस कैम्पको का हमने कंप्रेसर देखा, बहुत बढ़िया लगा था हमको. एक दो जगह और देख के आए थे. जैसे बहती जी के लिए हमने भी सुना सर्विस बहुत बेस्ट देते हैं, बहुत ही अच्छे इंसान हैं. जैसे वो हमको कभी उन्होंने रुकने नहीं दिया, कभी भी मील पे, मतलब जब भी प्रॉब्लम आया तो तुरंत ही उन्होंने उस पर एक्शन टेक किया. प्रोडक्ट कई लोग दे देते हैं, उसके बाद सर्विस वैसे प्रोवाइड नहीं करते, पर बहती जी में वैसा नहीं है. उन्होंने प्रोडक्ट देने के बाद फुल सर्विस दी है हमको. पूरा बिजनेसमैन की तरह हमारे साथ कभी नहीं चले हैं कि प्रॉफिट है तभी उनसे अटैच हूँ, कुछ मिल रहा है मेरे को हमसे तभी वो कर रहे हैं, वैसा नहीं. बिजनेसमैन वो सेकेंडरी रहते हैं, रिलेशंस पहले मेंटेन करते हैं वो.
Business I don't do just as a business in terms of making money. It also as a passion, as an enjoyment, to some extent like a hobby. So like mixing hobby with business, it gives me that pleasure of making these things and see that people appreciate and then convert it into business. So that is a very good combination.
He has an effortless way of meeting his goals which are ever evolving in the pathway of growth.
Anything of Atlas Copco is dear to me. So it's part of life now, Atlas Copco. So it can't be segregated, divorced. A lot of values that I have taken in, whatever other than what my parents gave in, also came in from Atlas Copco. Because Atlas Copco has been very fair and transparent organization. In terms of fairness, I have always felt they have been very fair to customers, to the dealers, and to the employees. I don't see any differentiation in path or divergence of path in the way I do it and the way Atlas Copco does it. What works for Atlas Copco will work for us. That is our basic motto.